Moving on to our last session on recent advances, may I please call upon Dr. Kshetra Madhab Das, Professor Dr. Kshetra Madhab Das, to preside over the session. And the first speaker shall be and he shall be talking on robotics and artificial intelligence in rehabilitation.
Usually talk a little, but today there is no time, so directly hand over to you.
Yes, so thank you, organizers. My gratitude to Dr. Kaustav and Sinha sir, and thank you, Chairperson. This is a big topic, and I don't think I'll be speaking too much on it, because if I really do that, it'll take hours. So let me just provide a summary about what AI and robotics in rehabilitation is all about, and probably this is the future of rehab for the next few decades. Now, before I enter the talk, let me just give you a background of when and how AI has entered the rehab scenario. If you probably in the 1950s, this term was coined AI, and 1970s probably it entered the medical market, and early 2000s AI has entered the rehab scenario, and that is mainly because of the army veterans from the US, where they started with the catcoms and prosthesis and those sort of high-tech stuff. So AI has actually entered the rehab market from 2000s. Now, I was looking up the net and trying to analyze when actually AI came into the scenario. So there is a term in Bengali ki ja nahi bharote ta nahi bharote. So Mahabharat has everything which we do now, and even AI has a touch of it in Mahabharat. So if you really think of when AI started, Sanjay was probably mythologically the first real-time intelligence system. So if I read it out, in the Mahabharata, Sanjay was granted the divine ability to provide live, real-time visual commentary of the war to the blind king Dhritarashtra. So this is my take about AI from Mahabharata. Now, Dhritarashtra couldn't see, but he understood whatever happened in the war through Sanjay. Now, what is the modern parallel of Mahabharata? So today AI plays the role of Sanjay in rehabilitation. It gives real-time feedback and insight about the patient's performance, provides visibility into data we actually cannot directly observe, and makes predictive judgments to support decision making. It extends human capability beyond natural limits. So if I just run through the lines, the last line is very important. A robot can guide the movement, but only the PMR and the therapist combination partnership can guide recovery. So now we are actually in the era of intelligence in rehab. For the next couple of decades, probably AI is going to be there. So why is it so important? It is important because it helps in data-driven decision making. The robust the data, and the more the data we actually feed in, the outcome is going to be better for the patients. Now, two very important things about AI is basically it is really helpful for precision medicine and predictive analysis. Now, if we just look at the slide on the right side, that's basically the ecosystem which is expanding the rehabilitation domain. So there is a PMR physician like us who leads the team, who is the Zubin Mehta of the orchestra. You have the patient and the caregiver empowerment. You have tele-rehab, remote services, patient, caregiver, rehab technology specialists, the team, therapists, the engineers. And so this is basically an interdisciplinary approach, because without that, just with AI, it is not going to really help. This is a slide which every one of us knows. I don't need to get into the root of it, but one thing is very important. Whatever we do, it is basically a patient-centered approach. It has to be a holistic approach. Just AI, just with a toy, it is of no use unless and until the medical, the human touch is there. Along with the toys, I don't think the marriage is going to be viable. So things have to start right from the outset, from the very acute setup, even when the patient is on a ventilator, running through the inpatient department, all because their machine helps, and from hospital to home, from acute setup to outreach services. Same thing. Now, this is an interesting slide because I just picked it up from the net. Look at the child's face. He is smiling. Look at the toy. And so that toy has no capability or ability to change things. Only when the man or the child works on the machine, he or she gets the feeling of it. The outcome is the patient's improvement. Here, the child's smile. So again, AI or the man and the machine has to work hand in hand. It is not that we just rely upon the machine to do things for us. The man and the machine has to have a proper bonding and a proper marriage. So why AI and robotics now? Very simple. Global demand, workforce crisis. Sorry. So rising cases of stroke and all the neurodegenerative conditions, patient-therapist ratio imbalance. Cochrane says very clearly, very clearly, acute or early, intensive, repetitive, task-oriented approach is the best for any patient outcome. It is not humanly possible for a therapist to keep repeating the same things for the patient manually. Here comes the role of a toy. You just feed in the proper data and the machine will work for you. So same thing, like if you just look at the last, so the repetitions, according to Cochrane, it has to be 800 to 1200 gait repetitions per session. Is it humanly possible for a physiotherapist to do that? I don't think so. Because at least they'll be seeing 18 to 20 patients a day. And if he has to really provide this sort of repetitions for a patient, he has to be hospitalized. So, our role, we all know, at the end of the thing, a robot can move a limb, but only a PMR physician can move a life direction. Principles of AI and robotics, I am not getting into that. I have already mentioned it. So again, trying to just reiterate, one very important thing: early or acute and repetitive task-oriented activities. There are number of toys in the market. There are upper lip exoskeletons, lower limb, VR, AR, brain-computer interface. But unless and until we really know how to use it, when to use it, and on whom to use it, it's of no use just buying a toy. So, we are fortunate enough to have almost all the toys in the market to help our patients. Now, just a bit of a Cochrane evidence summary on the machines. So the Cochrane meta-analysis shows improved walking independence and speed in stroke, increased arm motor recovery post-stroke, increased gait distance in spinal cord injury, reduced freezing of gait in Parkinson's, and the list goes on. Again, without conventional therapy, AI or robotics is of no use. We need to have both to have a proper outcome for the patients. So, contraindications, we all know about it, but the main thing is the patient has to be medically stable. Number two, the patients have to be cognitively appropriate. Contraindications, we are all aware of. So, just run through the Cochrane evidences. Spinal cord injury, which I have just mentioned, improves gait but also improves the bladder and the bowel function. Traumatic brain injury improves balance, cognition, coordination with the motor system. Cerebral palsy kids, again, gait improvement. Parkinson's, mentioned. An important, this diagram is very important because it shows the improvement of the each neurological conditions with your conventional plus AI and only conventional and AI. So just a few examples where actually conventional and AI or the robotics give the better outcome. A lady from Bhutan delivered a twin, had no idea about what exactly happened to her kids. Suffered a stroke, was actually declared dead at Bhutan, airlifted from there to INK under a neurosurgeon, didn't undergo any surgical procedure, transferred under us for neuro rehabilitation. So, thank you. So, went through all the process from the very acute stage. If you can see the first slide and the last slide where I really enjoyed the Bhutanese wine. But this is the day when she left us. We were actually dancing to a Bollywood tune. And this is after 5 months when she went home and held the kids for the first time. Again, a kid had a fall had a freak accident during the COVID times, was shifted from another hospital, came down to us, went through the process of rehab, which includes both conventional and the machineries. Now she's almost as normal as before. And actually, we made a film on this, and we secured a second position. A cinema naam we sent it to Turi Film Festival. Second Ma bole cinema korechilam and second hochilo. Anyways, so just a bit about how she was. So this is the humane touch. Even if there is an AI or robotic system, this touch is not possible with a toy. So this is what actually differentiates AI robotics from conventional. Again, spinal cord injured patient improves, mothers a child. So these are important things which actually helps is a proper outcome of an of neuro rehabilitation. So again, these are all examples. Now this is the last toy which we have, which we probably is going to come next week. So again, I don't now again. So why I wanted to show the video is the repetitions which the machine can do. Probably the manually when it is being done, the therapist might get tired, because you have to think from the patient's perspective as well. Earlier it starts, neuroplasticity helps, monetary part is also there. So unless and until you really show the patient that what exactly we are trying to do, and if they have a biofeedback of what they are actually doing or getting out of it, we are probably not doing the best service to the patient. So a patient wants a very clear-cut idea about what is happening to me functionally. So again, this is what we have for our upper limbs. So this is an upper limb robotics, and we have been using it for the last 6 months. Data again is very simple. We use it later on, outcome is not that good. Start it as early as possible. The outcome seems to be quite in with the Cochrane evidence. So again, that's IIT Chennai, and we have actually they have developed the exoskeleton for us. This is the VR system which we have completed. So man and machine. I've come to the end of my speech, so I think I can just read these out. Amidst all technological evolution, one truth remains unshaken. Conventional therapy is foundation of rehabilitation. Robots may deliver intensity, precision and repetition, but they cannot think, feel, empathize or heal the human spirit. Human clinical reasoning plus robotic precision has superior outcomes. The therapist's hand, judgment and empathy guide recovery, while AI actually amplifies the capability, enhances vision and extends possibility. So man and machine, the perfect couple in rehab. Together they create what neither can achieve alone. Now, human intelligence is now amplified, not replaced by AI. So these are again things which we use in our department. Now, last slide, journey ahead. We should build a human technology which is synergistic with the rehab ecosystems. Just not rely upon what a company comes to us and just vomits out. We need to really find out what the patient exactly needs, when to start off, how much of therapy, how long do we need to continue, and whether that patient is going to benefit out of it or not. In the corporate setup, we also work in the corporate setup. We are always under the pump. But again, if we can put across what exactly we and the patients need, I don't think no corporate setup is going to be upset with what we are doing. So at the end, it innovates responsibly, ethically and evidence-based outcome. Thank you.
Wonderful presentation and very punctual too. Any question? If there is no question, we can move from one very contemporary, very modern and futuristic topic to another.